color coding of waste. First is the yellow category. Now, when we yellow category. Yellow category means infectious. Right? And where does it go? It goes to incineration. It goes for incineration. Or the other option is plasma pyrolysis. We will deal later on what yellow category contains. This is the basic concept. There are exceptions to all these categories. We will talk about those also. But per se, general logic is yellow category, the bags, yellow bags are supposed to contain infectious waste and they go for incineration. Now the red category. Now R for red, R for recycle. It goes for recycle. It can be reused or it should be returned. There are three things, right? And how it is handled? Generally, it is handled by autoclaving or microwaving or hydroclaving. There are options. Blue category. Okay, again, yellow category, red category, there is another mnemonic R, P, and T. So the red category basically contains anything which is rubber, anything which is plastic, or any tubes. This goes for either recycle, reuse, or return. Now keep in mind, red category or any content, now these contain rubber and plastic. So by chance, they should not go to the anything which contains a rubber or plastic should not be dropped in a yellow category bag because you are going to incinerate this bag, right? Yellow category, the entire bag, it goes to the incinerator. So if there is any content which is rubber or a plastic, it will give toxic fumes. So the logic behind is it goes to a separate category, which is the red category, which is supposed to be autoclaved or microwaved, not incinerated, right? The third is blue category.
Ma'am?
Yes?
Ma'am, can you tell the mnemonic RPT? What does the T stand for?
Tube.
Okay, ma'am.
Tube. IV tube, IV set, anything which is a tube, right? Rubber, plastic, and tube. Yes? Yes, Abhishek?
Ma'am, in the yellow category, is there infectious waste?
Yes. Red category also contains infectious waste. See, if it is, say it is a glove, it is a blood-tinged glove. So it is infectious. But since it is a glove, it is a rubber product, it will be dropped in a red category, not in the yellow category.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, that means any infectious waste which is not of rubber, plastic, or a tube will be dropped in the yellow category.
This is the general logic. Yes. So I have written plus and minus infectious. See, even drugs will come under yellow category, expired drugs. Okay. So culture plates. I mean, even anything which is non-infectious, like a disinfectant, empty disinfectant can. Say you have this floor cleaner, floor wash, that fluid also goes into the yellow category. It is not infectious, but it is hazardous. So that's the reason I'm writing it can be plus or minus infection. May or may not be blood contaminated, but these things can go for incineration. But in anything which is rubber or plastic, go to the incinerator. Actually, it will jam. See, people, if
ইনসিনারেশন মানে জ্বালিয়ে দেওয়া
হ্যাঁ পুড়িয়ে দেওয়া এক কথায় জ্বালিয়ে দেওয়া পুড়িয়ে দেওয়া temperature আছে 160 degrees Celsius. There are specifications. Basically, that is not part of your concern right now, or it will not be in your. It is more into the microbiology. If you have read in the microbiology, you would have read in details about autoclaving, incineration, plasma pyrolysis. পড়েছো তো দীপ্ত মাইক্রোতে?
হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ তো ওখানে মানে এই ডিটেইলসটা নিয়ে আমি এখানে আলোচনা করব না. We will talk about the content basically, how the biomedical waste is handled. So the third option is blue category. In blue category, B for blue, B for broken glass. Broken glass, basically glass contributes almost 4% of the entire hospital waste. It very voluminous glass slides, any glass ampules, glass vials, anything is glass syringes, needles like which have fixed needles or glass syringes, it can be. So anything which like, you use a drug, you break the ampule, so it's a broken glass. So it is dropped in the, now it goes to blue category. Now we will see what blue category is actually. In yellow category, it can be a yellow bin or a yellow bag. Basically, it's a yellow bag and you are supposed to keep that bag in the yellow bin. Now, many hospitals do not have a yellow bin. I will show a bin. Yes, you can see this bin and the bag. Now, many hospitals, generally, you'll see they have buckets with just yellow plastic on it, red plastic on it. But ideally, a tertiary care institution is supposed to have a bin and the bag inside the bin. Right? So, I'll just come back. Even for red, it's the same. But again, at least make sure that it goes to a red plastic bag. Right? For blue category, it is supposed to be a blue, either a cardboard box or a plastic container. You would see many places cardboard box or a general box with a blue marking or a blue tape on that. So it can also be, it should be specifically labeled that this is the waste disposal box for the blue category. So that contains broken glass and metallic body implants. So this is another important thing, metallic body implants. And in white category, you have sharps and metals. Sharps and metals means sharps, needles, scalpel, blade. I have an exhaustive list. I will share that. I'll share. That's just an example that I'm saying. Now, what happens to the white category? Basically, it is sterile, I mean disinfected with, you would see the nurses keeping the all in the white category in a sodium hypochlorite, immersed in a sodium hypochlorite solution. So the any blood stain, anything which is infectious, the item gets disinfected, and then it goes to the shredder. The white category, all items in the white category are basically shredded to small pieces and then disposed in a sharp pit. Basically, even the you would see the hub cutter, the needle cutter. From the hub, it cuts the needle, the first portion of the needle, it burns the needle tip and cuts the needle. It goes to the next step, it goes to the hypochlorite solution. It stays there for at least 20 minutes. It can be as long, if the hospital has enough resources to keep that solution, keep that thing dipped in, it can go up to 10 to 24 hours to disinfectant it, and then it goes to the shredder. I mean, it is packed in the white container. Now, even for the white container, there is this criteria. It should be a translucent, leak-proof, puncture-proof white container. And even for blue category, it can be a blue plastic container or a blue cardboard box, but again, it should be a puncture-proof container. So if it's a plastic container, it should be a leak-proof, puncture-proof container, because obviously it's going to be sharp, so you cannot, it should be proper, sturdy container, right? And for blue category, see, I said metallic body implants. Now, implants, obviously, they won't be shredded. So that is the reason, do not confuse, do not keep them in the white category. It should be in the blue category. I will come in details to each of these.